Houston Rockets gotta find some consistency. Gotta find some consistency. Like at the rate they're going to be a 41-41 team. Game one, lose to the Hornets, had a 20-point lead, gave that lead up. Game two, 20-point lead over the Memphis Grizzlies. You win that game, and you continue to keep pounding and pounding and pounding. Next game, you get down by 22 against the San Antonio Spurs. You come back, you lose the game by 3. Can't do that. You got to find some consistency. I love the way Jalen Green is balling, but the way he balls when we're down by a certain amount of the points, we need him to consistently do that. That's how you separate the good ones from the great ones. The great ones, they come in locked and loaded. I'm not saying he's not locked and loaded, but we need him to be more decisive in playing with that intensity from the jump. From the jump. That's going to be the difference. That's what's going to separate him from others. That's what's going to get Jalen Green not only an all-star, but all NBA. Got to be able to do that. And the Spurs, man, that Victor Wembanyama, I'm not going to lie. Watching him, man, I wish the Rockets had that first pick. Wish we had that first pick because I'm going to tell you, he made the Rockets players look very pedestrian out there. I remember last year there was hype, but there was more hype to it about going up against Wemby and the Spurs. But that's when Wemby was a rookie. Wemby picked up some weight in the gym. He played in the Olympics. Actually did very, very well against the U.S. against superstars, all NBA players. Going up against the Rockets, Sengun didn't look like the Sengun he like he did last year against Wemby. Jabari Smith Jr. didn't look like the Jabari Smith Jr. who was out there hungry trying to dunk on Wemby any chance he get. Wasn't challenging that much. So, I mean, it sucks as a Rockets fan because we've seen the Spurs do this. Like when they had David Robinson, we still had Dream in his prime. So, okay, not too worried. Then they get Tim Duncan. They go on the roll. Yeah, we get Yao and T-Mac, but they can't stay healthy. So, once again, anytime the Spurs get a number one pick at center, man, it's trouble. It's trouble. So we're gonna have to bear through this. We have to figure out a way to get through this, Rockets fans. But I didn't like what I saw from them. Like that, no, no. You gotta stump them from the jump because there's no way. That Spurs team overall is not as talented as the Rockets, but Wembanyama is such a doggone problem. Such a problem. How many Sengun had? I think Sengun had like 6 points. He had about 6. How many he had? Let's see. Sengun had 6 points. Wemby had 29, 7, and 1. He even hit a logo 3, man. It's like, what the hell? We have no answer for him. How we gonna win the championship? No matter how many collective players we have no answer for him. We gotta get an answer for him. But they got to do something, man. They got to do something. Like watching that game, it put a lot of things in perspective. You know, like Wembanyama is a superstar. Jalen Green shows superstar flashes. As long as he's right mentally and able to be consistent, he can be a superstar as well. I got a feeling they're gonna end up doing some type of trade for real. I'm not saying they trade Jalen Green, but they have a lot of talented players. A lot of talented players that are first round picks on this team. So you got to do something with that. You collected that talent. What are you collecting all that talent for? But yeah, that and the scuffle between Dylan Brooks and Wembanyama, I don't condone that type of stuff. I don't. You can be physical without being out of bounds, out of pocket. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of that because that gets your team in trouble. No need to do that. That's not how you play the game of basketball. I get it being aggressive, but be aggressive within the confines of the game. So I didn't like what I saw. Incident between Dylan Brooks and Victor Wembanyama. I didn't like how Chris Paul, I can't even say he snuck a punch or a slap on Dylan Brooks because I saw a ref right there. I know that ref saw what happened. But, that's Chris Paul. They always let Chris Paul get away with stuff. Get away with stuff. They let Chris Paul get away with anything except winning a damn championship ring. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? What does that tell you? Brilliant player. He is very, very dirty. he's dirty. So if you're a person you think Dylan Brooks is dirty, well, you should think Chris Paul is dirty as well. I think Chris Paul is probably the most dirtiest player I ever seen in this era of basketball. Yeah, but they let him get away with it for some reason. So, but when he was a Rocket, yeah, some of the dirty stuff I didn't like what he did when he was a Rocket. So I didn't like that. I'm just not a fan of that stuff. But the Rockets got to get it together. They have the Spurs again tomorrow in San Antonio. So hopefully the Rockets will be on their A plus game and understand that, hey, this is a division opponent. We need to take care of business. Shinsengun need to attack Victor Wembanyama, and they got to give him room to attack. Swing that ball around, let him do his thing, man. Let Sengun and Jalen Green do their thing, man. They are the future. They are the two cornerstones, the franchise players. Let the offense roll through them first. Then everybody, you get in where you fit in. That's how it's supposed to be. You can't have everybody being a damn lead in the movie. You can have one, two leads. That's it. Everybody else, you are a supporting role character. All right? You're not a cameo character. You are a supporting character. Support. But anyways, hey, you like sports, you like movies, that means you like my channel. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Share your thoughts and let me know, what do you think about the Rockets in the past two games against the Grizzlies and the Spurs? And what are your chances, you think, of them defeating the Spurs tomorrow night? Student of the Game Podcast. Peace out.